at it, and Rich will put it down with some authority. A deep three from Andrews. Oh, make it rain, baby! Yes! Drives left, kicks it to the corner, to the left wing. The corner, or the wing three is up and good. Zoe Swallow dials it up from long range. Payoff pitch here from Turner. And that's going to be a fly ball, center field. That's going to get out here if you lose. Here's the pitch. And ground ball. That's going to get through the left side of the infield. That's going to score another run. And that's going to be an RBI single. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome live right here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network here on YouTube.com. Here from beautiful Raider Field here in Selma, Indiana, as we have Lady Raider softball coming your way here tonight as we welcome in the 3-0 and MEC Conference 1-0 Daleville Lady Broncos as they take on your 4-2 and MEC 1-0 Wapahani Lady Raiders here tonight. Unfortunately, we could not be live here tonight because of the lack of Wi-Fi connectivity. The Wi-Fi is not working at all out here from Raider Field, so that's the reason why we are doing an offline broadcast, and we're going to upload this game later on this evening. But again, I'm your play-by-play broadcaster, Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. As we'll get right into things right here with a shortened version of our Raiders Live pregame show here this evening, presented by Selma American Legion, Post 437. Wapahani off to a 4-2 start here to the season. They've only played one home game. I unfortunately couldn't be there at that one. It was a rain-out game that they had just rescheduled and played a few days later. But this is only the second home game for the softball team. So pretty crazy, to be honest with you, as far as being able to get out here to the games and stuff. And considering we haven't had much action out here from Raider Field, that's the reason why we haven't been able to broadcast a game yet. But now we're going to get this underway, and we're going to go ahead and see. I believe we're going to have the national anthem as well as the starting lineups coming up here in just a brief moment. But make sure to stick around here with us. Again, here's your Wapahani Raiders. We'll take on the Daleville Broncos here tonight from a beautiful Raider Field here in Selma, Indiana. We'll be back with more right here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. All right, folks, welcome back here as we take a look here at tonight's starting lineups. First and foremost for the visiting team on the scoreboard here, the Daleville Lady Broncos. Again, tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Taylor Architects, Inc. Again, it looks like it's here for the Broncos. This will be how they line them up here tonight. Leading off, playing left field, number 5, Emily Simmons. Batting second, the center fielder, number 17, Ashlyn McMillan. Batting third and playing first base, number 23, Callie Pattengale. Batting fourth, the shortstop, number 14, Valen Pattengale. Batting fifth, the pitcher, number 16, Kyra Osborne. Batting sixth and playing third base, number 7, Reagan Jackson. Batting seventh and catching, number 30, Miley Womack. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 18, Zoe Shahemi. And batting ninth, the designated player, 00, Liberty Clevenger. She'll be hitting for the right fielder, number 10, Alyssa McMillan. So again, that is the Taylor Architects Inc. starting lineup here for the visiting team, the Daleville Broncos. Again, I'm not quite sure exactly who the head coach is there for the Broncos because, we didn't get that information. But nonetheless, now we'll take a look here at the home team here this evening. Again, your 4-2 Wapahani Lady Raiders coming off of a very good weekend in the Lebanon softball invitational. They went 2-1. Got a couple of really, really good victories. Played some very tough opponents, and when I say tough, I mean I'm not kidding you when I say that. These are tough teams that Wapahani took on, and was able to come away there with a 2-1 record there through the weekend. That was pretty darn impressive. So looking forward to seeing what the Raiders can do here tonight. So the starting lineup now for Wapahani will look like this. So again, here presented by Taylor Architects, Inc. Leading off and playing second base, number 20, Maddie Rhodes. Batting second and pitching here for the Lady Raiders, number 1, Zoe Coker. Batting third, the third baseman, number 22, Bailey Richardson. Batting fourth, the left fielder, number 3, Abby Cross. Batting fifth and catching, 00, Briley Kahali Como. Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 18, Zoe Swallow. Batting seventh, the shortstop, number 2, Emily Luce. Batting eighth and playing right field, number 7, Megan Luce. And then batting ninth and playing first base, number 4, Tatum Dudley. Again, your Raiders are coached by Jeff Masters, assisted by Tyler Parks and Sammy Heron. So again, that is tonight's starting lineups, once again presented by Taylor Architects, Inc. Again, we want to thank you guys for tuning in here this evening. Make sure to stay right here with us. We have tonight's national anthem and tonight's first pitch, again here from beautiful Raider Field here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. All right, folks, welcome back here to Lady Raider Softball here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network here on YouTube.com. Again, as I mentioned earlier, we're sure to apologize for not being able to broadcast tonight's game live. That was our full-on intended plan, but that plan unfortunately was derailed. We got out here and found out that the Wi-Fi has been messed up, and so they're trying to get that worked out here hopefully in the coming days, but there obviously is no Wi-Fi here for tonight, and that's the reason why we are doing this offline broadcast. Like I said, we're going to be uploading it later on there to our YouTube channel, so Those of you that are watching this, obviously later on, like I said, we sure do apologize, but not much we can do about it. But eager to get this ball game started here tonight. Like I said, first softball broadcast of the year. We've only done one baseball game as well. Neither baseball or softball teams have really played any home games. Both teams have only played one home game so far. And we did the baseball game about 3 weeks ago. And so nice to be back out here from beautiful Raider Field. Looking forward to tonight's softball game as we look to get this game underway here with tonight's first pitch. And it'll be bunted here to the third base side foul. So it's going to be quickly 0-1 here on Emily Simmons. So Emily Simmons again steps in here. First batter here of the evening here for the Broncos. Zoe Koger pitched 2 of the 3 games there over the weekend. As that's going to be lined there in the left center field. Zoe Swallow will come up with it and rifle it right on back in there, as that's going to be a leadoff double here for Emily Simmons.
Next up to bat, we have number 17, Ashlyn McMillan.
So now the center fielder, number 17, Ashlyn McMillan, will step in. One on, obviously nobody out. Koger will rock back. Here's the pitch. Bunted down the third base line, but it hit off of the batter, McMillan, when she was in the batter's box. So that deadens the ball right there, and so it's going to be 0-1 the count here on McMillan. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled off. Now 0-2 the count. It's a great position to be in right here if you're Koger. Here's the pitch. That's going to fall low for ball 1. Again, if you're just joining us here for the first time this evening, I'm play-by-play broadcaster Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch from Koger just misses the outside corner. So that will even a count up here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And following Ashlyn McMillan, we'll have Callie Pattengale. Popped up here to the first base side. Oh, Maddie Rhodes, full extension, dives out for that one and makes the grab for out number 1 here in the opening inning.
Catch by Maddie Rhodes. Next up to bat.
So 1 down here in the inning, and that's going to bring up the first baseman, number 23, Callie Pattengale. Again, Dudley kind of misread the ball. Tatum did, but Maddie right there to back her teammate up. And was able to make the grab for out number 1. Great job right there to get the first out. And hopefully we can leave Simmons right where she is. So 1-0 the count here on Pattengale. Now 2-0. So a very favorable count here for Callie Pattengale. Now 3 balls and no strikes. Again, Simmons still out at second base. Ground ball here to the third base side. Richardson on the first. Air mails the throw. So 1 run will go ahead and come on home to score as Pattengale will make her way there to second base. So an error on the throw there from Bailey Richardson as they just change places there between Pattengale and Simmons. Now we've got the shortstop, number 14, Valen Pattengale at the plate. And now they will intentionally walk Valen.
And now to the plate, number 16, Kyra Osborne.
So now first and second, 1 away Again, does put the double play in order right here. So 1-0 the count here on the pitcher, number 16, Kyra Osborne. Koger rocks back. Here's the pitch. Skips that one in there for ball 2. Koger gets her signs here from Kahali Como. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be rifled out there into center field. One hops the fence. Swallow's going to get it back in quickly right here. Might have a play at the plate and not in time to throw down to third. She will be in there safely. So that's going to be a 2 RBI double, as Daleville will now take a 3-0 lead.
Stepping up to the plate, we have number 7, Reagan Jackson.
So now we'll have the third baseman, number 7, Reagan Jackson, will step in here in just a brief moment in time. So again, Callie and Valen Pattengale both score there on the 2 RBI double. Right back to the pitcher, throws on a first for out number 2. So 1-3 put away. And that will bring up the catcher, number 30, Miley Womack. So again, Osborne still down there at third base. 2 away now here in the opening frame. Here's the pitch. And that's going to miss inside there for ball. 1-0 the count here on Womack. One-0 pitch. In there for a called strike. So the count here, 1 ball, 1 strike here on Womack, the pitch. That's going to be fouled off to the right side and out of play. So the count now at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Koger just looking to slam the door shut here on the inning. 3 runs have already came home to score. Ground ball here to the third baseman, Richardson on the first. Low throw, but Dudley scoops it up. And that's going to do it here for the opening inning. So again, 2 hits here in the top half of the first here for Daleville. 3 runs on 2 hits, also an error, and 1 left on base. We'll head to the bottom half here for Wapahani, looking to get the big sticks going right here in the home side of the frame. We'll be back with more here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. All right, folks, welcome back here to our Stoop Sales and Truck Manager Dale Raines game break here. 3-0's your score here at the after just a half an inning of tonight's ball game. Again, Daleville tallied 3 runs there on 2 hits, also an error, and 1 left on base. Here as we head to the home half of the first, Wapahani will send to the plate Maddie Rhodes, Zoe Koger, and Bailey Richardson to start things off. Obviously hoping for a lot more than that.
Maddie Rhodes.
But Maddie Rhodes will step in here again, looking to get the offense going here early and often here this evening. Obviously, the Raiders in a little bit of a bind here to start, but that can quickly be erased as that ball will be high and out of the strike zone there for a 1-ball, no strike count. Maddie here now in her senior season. Hard to believe that coming in here as a freshman. Really did some great things here and has been such an integral part of this Lady Raider softball program. But now continuing to provide that leadership and the skill set that she does out there on the field. Wapahani definitely going to be able to benefit from that along with their other teammates here. Zoe Swallow the same way, Bailey Richardson, Abby Cross. So we're really looking forward to seeing what these ladies can do. Obviously a good start to the year, and hopefully we can keep it rolling here in the right direction. 1 ball and 2 strike the count. The pitch, that's going to sail high there for ball 2. So the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Kyra Osborne, the young lady on the mound here today, as she will skip that one to the plate now for ball 3. So full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. And here's the pitch. That's laced there in the center field. That's going to get by the center fielder. That's easily extra bases. Rhodes will head on to second base, and that's going to be a leadoff double here for Maddie Rhodes. Fine piece of hitting right there. That's exactly how you want to get the offense started right here, especially after an unfortunate top half of the first inning. Nice to see us get off to a good start here in the bottom half and hopefully keep things moving here in the right direction here for the Raiders. So the pitcher, Zoe Koger, now at the plate. She will see that one low for a ball. 1-0 the count. Koger looking to help herself right here. Osborne takes a long look in there, rocks back. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And that's going to be in there for a called strike, 1-1. Again, Rhodes at second base after the leadoff double. So Rhodes in a good position right here to score, hopefully, as that pitch will be fouled off. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, following Koger, we've got Richardson, then Abby Cross. One ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Little swing right there, and a pop-up to the first baseman for out number 1 here in the inning. So 1 down now. That will bring to the plate the third baseman, number 22, Bailey Richardson. Pitch here from Osborne. Down the third base line, and that is in there. So Rhodes will easily cruise in there at home plate as Richardson will make her way, and that's going to be an RBI double for one Bailey Richardson. Oh, heck yes. So that will get the Raiders on the board here as they strike back here with 1 and looking for more. And that will bring to the plate the left fielder, number 3, Abby Cross. So again, the second hit now of the night here for Wapahani. There's Rhodes and Richardson just trading places. Popped up there into center field, and the catch right there will be made. Richardson will make her way now to third, and she will be in there safely. So now 2 down here in the inning.
Up at the plate, we have 0-0, Briley Callie, come on.
So the catcher 0-0, Briley Kahali Como now at the plate. So that pitch will fall low there for a ball. 1-0 the count here on Kahale Como. Following her will be Zoe Swallow. Hopefully we can get that far. 3-1's your score there after the RBI double from Richardson that scored Maddie Rhodes after her leadoff double. Shows bunt, and they say that she brought the bat back just there in the nick of time, so 2-0 the count. So a great position to be in right here from a hitter's standpoint here if you're Kahale Como. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Right down Broadway for a called strike. So the count now at 2-1. Richardson down at third with 2 away. Here's the pitch. And we'll miss the pitch right there for strike 2. Kahale Como with lots of speed. So not actually a terrible idea right here. But now with 2 strikes, I would highly doubt that she'll be bunting. Here's the 2-2 offering. Popped up, first base side, long way to go, and nobody's going to get there. So the count will stay put here at 2-2. So again, here 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch here from Osborne. That's going to be just a touch inside and low there for ball 3. So it's a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Down the right field line again, and another one that's going to head foul. Again, the wind here this evening started off, I'll tell you what, it was gusting right around 40 miles an hour. Still a little windy out here, but I don't think it's nearly as bad as what it was even 35, 40 minutes ago. So the count here once again at full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the payoff pitch, and that's going to be high for ball 4. Nice at bat right there from Kahale Como. Nicely done right there, able to work a walk. And so that's now going to bring up the center fielder. Number 18, Zoe Swallow.
Number 18, Zoe Swallow. So
I can guarantee you this one right here, right now. I would be shocked if this doesn't happen. Kahale Como is going to go on this first pitch. I'm surprised. I got to be honest with you. With her speed, I'd want to put her in scoring position right here. And if Swallow can find some open real estate out there, this game's going to be tied in no time. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be low. She'll take second that time. So 2-0 the count. Like I said, a great hitter's count to be in right here if you're Zoe Swallow. Richardson at third, Kahale Como at second. And that's going to be that's going to catch the inside corner. I thought that might have been just a touch inside, but nonetheless, now 2 balls and a strike. Osborne gets her signs, rocks back. Here's the 2-1 offering. Swung on and missed, strike 2. So got to find a way to cash in right here, shorten up, and like I said, try to do your best to put the bat on the ball. Deuces are wild here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 out. And that will be strike 3 swinging to end the home half, the first. But Wapahani does get on the board here in the home half here of the first inning. They get 1 run here on a pair of hits. Also no errors and 2 runners left on base. After 1, it is Daleville 3, Wapahani 1 here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. All right, folks, welcome back here on the WHS Network as we head to the top half of the second inning. Again, here from a beautiful and sunny Raider field here tonight on this Wednesday, April the 17th of 2024. Glad to have all you with us here tonight. 3-1 score here as we'll lead things off here with a second baseman, number 18, Zoe Shehemi. Popped up there in right field. Luce is right over there to make the catch. Megan Luce, that is, for out number 1. And so quickly put away right there for the first out, and that's going to bring up the designated player. Double zero, Liberty Clevenger.
Designated player, Liberty Clevenger.
Koger here with a pitch and a ground ball here to the shortstop. Emily Luce on the first, and a little 6-3 put away there for out number 2. So 2 pitches and 2 out. That's what we like to see. That's called efficiency at its finest. And so now right back to the top of the order right here for the Broncos, and that will bring to the plate the left fielder number 5, Emily Simmons. And she led off the ball game with a double, as that pitch will be outside there, 1-0. Your defensive alignment again here this evening for Wapahani: Abby Cross in left, Zoe Swallow in center, Megan Luce in right. Around the horn here in the infield, Bailey Richardson at third, Emily Luce at short, Maddie Rhodes at second, and Tatum Dudley at first. And again, battery mates here, we have Zoe Koger and Briley Kahali-Como. So again, that is our defensive alignment here this evening. Again, brought to you by East Jackson Auto Sales. Just got to do it out there in the first inning, but had a lot going on right there, and so thought, well, we'll go ahead and make note of that here in inning number 2. So the count here, 2 balls and a strike. Koger here with the pitch. That's going to miss high and away there for ball 3. There's the 3-1 pitch. And that's going to miss low and away there for ball 4. So Simmons will make her way down to first base after a 2-out walk. And that will bring up the center fielder number 17, Ashlyn McMillan. She popped it up there to the second baseman. First time around, bunt put down. The throw down to first will be in time. 1-4 put away. And that's going to do it here for the top half of the second inning. Nice job there by Koger and the Raiders to have a good, efficient inning right here, and hopefully bring the Sticks back out here to the yard here in inning number 2, down 3-1 here at the end of 1.5. We'll be back here with your bottom half of the second inning, again here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. All right, again, folks, welcome back here with our Stoops and Sales and Truck Manager Dale Raines. Game break here as we enter the bottom half of the second inning. Again, greatly appreciate you all for tuning in here tonight. Again, I'm play-by-play broadcaster Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. Here as Emily Luce again starts off the inning here with a hit by pitch. So she will march on down to first base, and that's going to bring up the right fielder, number 7, Megan Luce. So Emily at first, some good speed out there. Button put down the third base line. That's going to roll foul there for a strike. Now 0-1 here on Megan. So no balls and 1 strike here on Megan Luce. Shows bunt, brings it back. And that's going to sail outside there for a ball. 1-0, or 1-1 the count. Tell you what, that would have been the ideal pitch to go on right there if you were Emily. Osborne rocks back. Here's the 1-1 offering. That's going to be rolled in dirt, and Emily will go ahead and take second base. Standing up after the wild pitch. So again, you have a young lady out there in scoring position. More important here for Megan, that's her sister out there. Might as well go ahead and get her in here. Nice bunt down the third base line, will be in time as far as the throw. So a 5-3 put out right there for out number 1. That's going to bring up Tatum Dudley, the first baseman here for your Raiders.
Next up to bat, Tatum Dudley.
That pitch will miss outside for a ball. So 1-0 the count. Again, Megan really put a really nice bunt down at third base line. Nearly beat it out there a few moments ago. As that pitch will be low there for ball 2. Again, following Tatum, we'll be right back to the top of the order there with Maddie Rhodes as she awaits on deck. Again, got to find a way to get these runners on and get them in right here. Did the same there in that bottom half the first inning. Had a couple runners in scoring position, unable to get them in. And then, great opportunity right here with having Emily Luce over there at third base. The 3-0 pitch. Had her swinging right there. That's swung on and missed there for a strike. So now 3 balls and 1 strike now on Tatum Dudley. Getting 1 on and 1 out here in the bottom half of the second. Osborne with a pitch. And now it's going to be high and away for ball 4. So a nice at bat there for Tatum Dudley. She will make her way on down there.
Coming up to the plate, number 20, Maddie Rhodes.
So back to the top of the order here for Wapahani. It's going to bring up the second baseman, number 20, Maddie Rhodes. As that's going to fall low there for a ball, 1-0 the count. Getting Dudley with pretty good speed over there at first base. The 1-0 pitch. Laced there in the center field, and the center fielder will not get there. Dudley, oh my goodness. Oh, Maddie Rhodes ended up passing Dudley, and she's going to be out. Man, that's unfortunate. And to be honest with you, there's not too many times we're actually seen that happen. Again, the run does come on home to score, but that's now 2 outs here in the inning. And that's going to bring up the pitcher, Zoe Koger.
Up to bat, Zoe Koger.
So, again, I'm not sure what Tatum was doing. I know she probably, wanted to make sure to see that one down, but she would have had plenty of time. Heck, she could have even been close to second base right there, even on the fly, and still would have been, would have been able to get back in time. So I'm not quite sure exactly what happened right there, but nonetheless, it is what it is. So 0-2 the count here on Koger. Got to protect here with 2 strikes. And she's going to skip that one into home plate, now 1-2. There's the 1-2 pitch. And that's going to be a called strike 3 to end the home half of the second inning. So, again, Wapahani Well, they got another run up on the board, but unfortunately that's all they get right here in the home half. They get a run here on a hit. Also, no errors and one runner left on base. We'll head here to the top of the third. Again, Daleville 3, Wapahani 2 here on the WHS Network. Alrighty, folks, welcome back here. Top half of the third inning as we get right into things here quickly with the first baseman, number 23, Callie Pattengale. So 1-0 the count to start things off here on Pattengale. She is technically 0 for 1 here on the night. Did reach base. She was able to reach second base on an error on the throw from Richardson. And then she ended up later on scoring after the 2 RBI double from Kyra Osborne there in the first. Swung on and missed, strike 2. So again, the count here, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Following Callie, it's going to be Valen Pattengale. And just in and out of the mitt right there. I'm not sure what happened there with Briley. But I don't know if she got her on the backswing right there. That end up hitting. Because it looked like that Kahali Como was holding her left hand. So I don't know if it was her left hand or right hand, but it looked like to me that, like I said, I don't know if she was getting her, as far as the batter, I don't know if she was getting her on her follow through and then the bat was coming back around and hitting it. I'm not sure exactly what is going on right there. Throw down to first. Well, there's not going to be one. So strikeout and then a wild pitch. We'll put Callie Pattengale at first. So the shortstop, number 14, Valen Pattengale now up. She was intentionally walked in the first inning and later on come on home to score. As that one's going to be shot down the right field line, foul, 0-1. But very unfortunate. Thereafter, you get a strikeout right there. Well, that should be an out, but unfortunately, that ball laying in the dirt right there ended up sneaking right on by. Didn't work out too well there for the Raiders. So the count here, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now 2-2. Again, Pattengale still at first. Here's a 2-2 offering. And there in the left field cross. They didn't have to move very far. Was able to snag that one there for out number 1. And that's going to bring up to the plate here for the Broncos, the pitcher, number 16, Kyra Osborne.
Pitcher, Kyra Osborne. My voice says in that thing. No.
There's a reason.
And down the left field line, that is going to be foul.
Almost went out. I think there was foul.
So nothing into the count here on Osborne. Here's the pitch. Ground ball. Taylor may double play potentially. Down to first. And not in time. Just beat the throw. But we do get that second out right there. So a 6-4 put away.
Up to the plate, we have number 7, third baseman Reagan Jackson.
So Osborne at first. Pattengale, she was out there at second base. As Reagan Jackson now steps up, and that ball will get by Kahali Como. So 1-0 the count. It's a wild pitch right there. Now 2-0 the count. Jackson bunted it there to the pitcher there in the first inning. Ground ball, third base line. That's going to get fouled out. 2-1. Two-one pitch popped up in the infield. Richardson will be obstructed there by the runner, so she's going to be out. She ran into Bailey Richardson, and so that's going to do it here for the third and final out here in the inning. Nothing comes on home there for Daleville as they get no runs on no hits, also no errors, and nobody left on. We will head here to the home half of the third. Daleville 3, Wapahani 2, here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. All right, folks, welcome back here. Had to cut the commercial break short because between innings, literally it took 40 seconds to get both teams off the field and then switch and so on and so forth, and we're ready to freaking hit and get after it again. So nonetheless, we'll try to get to Alfred Rodson Customs commercial probably after the game, along with Next Home Elite Real Estate, because we don't have enough time, I guess. So 2-0 the count here on the third baseman, number 22, Bailey Richardson. 1 for 1 on the day. Had a RBI double there in the first inning that plated Wapahani's first run. So now 3-0 the count. I wouldn't imagine that Bailey will be swinging right here, but maybe she will. We'll see. Here's a 3-0 pitch. That's in there for a called strike. So 3-1 the count now with getting Richardson looking to do some damage right here. Here's a pitch, and that's going to fall low and inside there for ball 4. So Richardson will trot on down there to first base with a leadoff walk, and that's going to bring up the left fielder, number 3, Abby Cross.
Up to the plate, we have number 3, Abby Cross.
So again, a 4-hole hitter is called a cleanup hitter for a reason, and Abby is looking to do just that. Popped up foul side of first base, and the first baseman will make the snag. You didn't see it, but it did happen. Redbeard tried to get over there, but unfortunately we have a foundation block wall blocking us from seeing that. So we do with what we got. Nonetheless, after the foul out there from Cross, that's going to bring up the catcher, 0-0, Briley Kahali-Como. Shows bunt, brings the bat back, and fouls it off. And that one bunted foul. So 0-2 the count here on Kahali-Como. So we was trying to get word as far as what the potential dispute was down there on the field. That's why I ended up having the volume turned off. So 0-2 the count. Popped up first base side. That's going to get foul. So it's going to remain here at 0-2. Getting Richardson at first. The pitch, that's going to fall low there for a ball. One-two offering. That's going to sail high there for ball 2. So this pitch upcoming right here will be pitch number 6 of the at-bat here for Kahali-Como. Osborne rocks back the pitch, and that is in there for a called strike 3. So you gotta protect there with 2 strikes. Unfortunately, Kahali-Como not able to come up with a way to get on that time around, but hopefully next time around she will. So 2 down now in the inning. Again, Richardson still down there at first base. Brings up the center fielder, number 18, Zoe Swallow, as she sees it here at 1-0. She's 0 for 1 on the day, struck out swinging back in the first inning. 1-0 offering. That's going to be low for ball 2, and the throw down to first base was airmailed. Richardson will be in there safely at second. So that worked out to perfection. There's the catcher airmailed to throw. Trying to pick Richardson off at first. So 2 balls and no strikes. Chopped here to the first base side. The second baseman collects. Air on the throw. Nearly went to the dugout. Richardson will score. And Zoe Swallow will go ahead and take second base. So a couple of errors will spell the demise. And now a throw to third. That was airmailed. Holy Moses. So errors have really come back to haunt Daleville here in the last couple of opportunities. Holy Moses. So I believe that was an error there on the second baseman. So again, Richardson scores, ties things here at 3. And that's going to bring up the shortstop, number 2, Emily Luce.
Number 2, shortstop Emily Luce.
So 2 errors here in the inning have allowed Wapahani to get a run up on the board. 1-0 the count here on Luce. And a pitch. That's inside for ball 2. Two-zero pitch. Misses inside for ball 3. Three-zero offering from Osborne. And that's going to sail just a touch high there for ball 4. So that's going to put runners on the corners.
Coming up to the plate, we have number
So again,
7,
Emily Luce down at first.
Megan Luce.
Zoe Swallow at third. And Megan Luce, the right fielder, now at home plate, looking to give Wapahani the lead. And that's a ball now, 1-0. As Emily will take second base standing up. Again, Megan 0 for 1. Grounded out there to the third baseman last time up. So 2-1 the count. Again, a great opportunity here for Wapahani again. 2 runners in scoring position. Again, there are 2 out. A base hit more than likely is going to score both of them. And that's going to be low for ball 3. So a nice pair of eyes here for Megan Luce. Not tempted to swing at it. Making sure it's the right pitch right here. 3-1, the pitch from Osborne. And that's going to be ball 4. So that's going to load the bases. And that's going to bring up the number 9 hitter in the order. That will be number 4, Tatum Dudley. And looks like now we're going to have a pitching change. So the left fielder will come in now to pitch, it looks like, here for the Broncos. Tied here at 3. The bases are loaded and 2 out here in the bottom half. The third will step aside, and we'll be back here with the at-bat here for Tatum Dudley following the pitching change here for the Daleville Broncos. All right, folks, welcome back. Again, we darn near got through the Alfred Rods and Customs commercial, but not all the way through it. So again, the pitching change. Emily Simmons now pitching here for Daleville. Ashlyn McMillan went from center over to left. And the pitcher, Kyra Osborne, went from the mound to center field. So that is the pitching change and defensive changes here for the Broncos here in the home half of the third. 2-0 the count here on Tatum Dudley. Again, bases are loaded, nowhere to put her. Here's the pitch. Ground ball here to the third base, and that's going to be just a simple step on the bag, and that's going to do it here for the bottom half third inning. So the Raiders, well, we get on the board again. We do score one run, but we did not, unfortunately, collect a hit here in the bottom half third inning. So one run here on no hits, 2 errors, and 3 runners left on base. We'll head back here with the bottom half of the fourth inning coming up here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network.
You're good at keeping the car clean. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
Broncos, we have number 30 catcher.
All right, welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. Here as we head back here with the top half of the fourth inning. Again, from beautiful Raider Field, 0-1 the count here on the catcher, number 30, Miley Womack. And that will just miss the inside corner. So it's going to even the count at 1 ball and a strike. Koger rocks back the pitch. Fouled right back here at us, now 1-2. Got Wapahani able to tie it up there in the home half of the third. Again, they've scored 1 run in each of the first 3 innings. Talk about consistency. And that's going to get down there in the right center field and go all the way to the wall. Swallow will get it back in there, but that's going to be a leadoff double here for Miley Womack. She is now at second base, and that's going to bring up the second baseman, number 18, Zoe Shehemi.
Up to the plate, we have number 18, Zoe Shehemi.
And we'll have a courtesy runner now at second base. I believe that is number...
Courtesy runner, number 27, Olivia Wilkerson.
So number 27, Olivia Wilkerson, be the courtesy runner now at second base. So 1-0 the count. And after the double there from Womack, the Broncos have 1 in scoring position already. So Zoe Shehemi at the plate. Ground ball here to third base side. That's going to get fouled out, 1-2. Following her, we'll have the designated player, Liberty Clevenger. And she's hitting for the right fielder, Alyssa McMillan, today. And then we'll be right back to top the order as Shehemi will strike out. The throw down to first will be in time to complete the strikeout right there for out number 1.
Stepping up to the plate, we have 00. Liberty
So now that's going to bring up the designated player 00, Liberty Clevenger. The pitch from Koger popped up and fouled off there to the right side. 0-1 to start things off here on Clevenger. She grounded out to the shortstop back in the second inning. So 0 for 1 so far for that young lady. And nice stop right there from Maddie Rhodes. So 4-3 put away there for out number 2. The runner does advance to third, does Wilkerson. So with 2 down, back to top the order here with the pitcher, number 5, Emily Simmons.
We have number 5, Emily Simmons.
So 1-0 the count here on Simmons. Again, she's been on base both times she's been to the plate. Reached base on a leadoff double to start off the ball game and then was able to score. She floats that one there in the left field as that's going to be an RBI single. So Simmons will do her job and put the Broncos back on top here by 1. Second hit here in the inning after the leadoff double there from Womack. And that's going to bring up the left fielder, number 17, Ashlyn McMillan. So 0-1 the count here on McMillan. Ground ball, and that's going to get through the left side of the infield. So back-to-back hits here for the Lady Broncos. McMillan this time around to Simmons, now at second base. And that's going to bring up the first base, number 23, Callie Pattengale. Pattengale has been on base twice. Neither time, really, in all honesty, she shouldn't have been on. The first time, she reached base on an error on the throw there by the third baseman. And then the second at bat there in the third inning, she struck out but reached base after the ball skipped in the dirt and got by Kahali Como. As that one will also get by Kahali Como right there. Now runners at second and third. As the count's now 2-0. So a great count to hit in right here if you're Pattengale. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. Big pitch right there from Zoe. Got to nail it down right here. Not that we was out of it by any means, but to be down 3-0 and then to be able to tie the game. Oh, nice stop. Megan Luce down to first. Oh, that was beautiful. Excellent work right there. 6-3 put away for out number 3 here in the inning. But again, the Broncos able to put up 1 run here in the inning, 1 run here on 3 hits. Also no errors and 2 left on. We will head now to the bottom half of the 4th. Again, it's Daleville 4, Wapahani 3. Make sure to stick around right here with us. Home half the 4th coming up here on the WHS Network.
Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Welcome back here. Bottom half the 4th inning here on the WHS Network, and we're going to lead things off with a second baseman, number 20, Maddie Rhodes. Maddie so far has, she's reached base 2 times. Pair of doubles, and this might be a triple right here potentially, and indeed it will be. She's going to go ahead and head on home, and that won't be in time. That's going to be an inside the park home run. That's how you do that, ladies and gentlemen. So a round tripper. Again, the hard way, essentially.
I say Maddie Rose, and coming up to the plate, number 1, Zoe Coder.
So again, an inside the park home run there for Maddie Rhodes. Now ties the game here at 4. And now we've got the pitcher, Zoe Koger, at the plate. 0-1 the count. So again, Maddie now 3 for 3 here on the night. Again, a double in the first and then a double in the second. Unfortunately, she passed the runner, so that's why she was out there in the second inning. And now the inside the park home run. Zoe Koger will reach base. That's going to be an infield single. So that's already now the 5th hit of the day here for Wapahani. That's what we like to see. So Koger at first, and now the third baseman, number 22, Bailey Richardson at the plate.
Number 22, Bailey Richardson at the plate.
Bailey is 1 for 1 here on the night. Had an RBI double back in the first inning. She will foul that one off to the backstop. Now 0-1. Also reached base on a walk there in the third inning, and then advancing on all the way around to score there in the third inning to tie it up. After a couple of errors, spelled the demise there of the Broncos there in the third inning. 0-1 the count. That's going to be just a touch high there for a ball, 1-1. Again, Koger, pretty good speed over there at first base. Richardson knows how to handle the bat. Here's the 1-1. And right through the left side of the infield. That's going to get by the left fielder. Koger's going to easily come home to score. Richardson will stop at second. And so another error, a hit and an error right there by the left fielder will get the Raiders another run and put them in the driver's seat here for the first time this evening, now with a 5-4 lead. Another fine piece of hitting there from Richardson. And that's going to be right back up the middle there from Abby Cross. Richardson will stay put at third. So quite the display of hitting here from Wapahani. All 4 have reached base to start the inning via the inside the park home run and then 3 singles consecutively. So in there for a called strike, 0-1. Again, Cross goes ahead and takes second base right there. And that was the first hit of the day for Abby. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be just a touch high there for Kahali Como. Again, Briley 0 for 1 on the night. Drew a walk in the first inning after a lengthy at bat, also stole second, and then struck out looking back in the third inning. And Wapahani really looking to put some runs across here in the inning. They've already put 2 runs up on the board. They can find a way to get these next 2 at least in here. Obviously, that'd be a lot of momentum here on their side, but definitely can't take your foot off the gas. And Kahali Como will strike out looking. So that'll be the first out here in the inning. And it's going to bring up the center fielder, number 18, Zoe Swallow.
To bat, center fielder, number 18, Zoe Swallow.
So unfortunate turn of events there for Briley. And 0 for 2 now with a pair of strikeout looking. And that drops in there for a called strike. 0-1 here on Zoe. She is 0 for 2 on the evening. Struck out swinging in the first and then reached base on an error by the second baseman in the third inning. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be low and away there for ball one.
At least gotta get these two at least.
Again, the first 4 batters here in the inning reach base. Simmons here with a pitch. Lace there in the right field. That's going to get down. 1 run scores. Cross will stay put at third. But another fine piece of hitting this time by Zoe Swallow with an RBI single that scores Richardson.
Come up to the plate, number 2, Emily Luce.
So Emily Luce will now step in, the shortstop here for your Raiders. Again, Megan Luce out in right field, Tatum Dudley at first base. Again, the next 3 in the order due up. Grab ball here to the shortstop. The throw down to first will get Emily by a couple steps. So a 6-3 put away. Again, Cross will come on home to score.
Next up to bat, number 7.
So again, the RBI there for Emily. So Swallow moved up to second base. And again, now 2 down here in the inning. That one's going to be fouled off to the third base side. 0-1 here on the Raiders. Right fielder number 7, Megan Luce. Again, Swallow out there at second. Good speed out there. So base hit. Very easily could score. Popped up there in the center field, and that's going to do it here in the home half of the 4th inning. I did forget to put those 2 runs up on the board. Apologize there for that. But it is a 7-4 Wapahani lead. Here's a put 4 runs up on the board here in the home half of the 4th. 4 runs here on, 5 hits. And also 1 error. And 1 runner left on base. We will head now to the top of the 5th inning. Wapahani 7, Daleville 4. Here on the home of the Raiders, the WHS Network.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
Welcome back here to the Stoops Automotive Group Buick and GMC Sales and Truck Manager Dale Raines game break. 7-4 here as we enter the top of the 5th inning. Again here from beautiful Raider Field. Again, those of you that are just now joining us, I'm play-by-play broadcaster Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. Again, unfortunately, we couldn't be live here tonight, but still broadcasting the game nonetheless. And a little bit of a rough start there for Wapahani there in the top of the 1st inning, but Wapahani has scored every inning so far and has been able to give themselves a 7-4 lead here as that was a pop out there to the shortstop. Therefore, out number 1 there in the inning by Valen Pattengale.
Pitcher Kyra Osborne.
And so that's going to bring up the center fielder, number 16, Kyra Osborne. The pitch down the third base line and foul, they say. So 0-1 the counts here on Kyra. Following her will be the third baseman, Reagan Jackson. That one's fouled back. So nothing into the count here on Osborne.
It's the same stuff every game over there.
Koger gets her signs here from Callie Como into pitch. Gets her swinging for strike 3. She gone. So 2 down now in the inning. That's only the second strikeout of the night here for Koger.
Reagan Jackson.
And that's going to now bring up the third baseman, number 7, Reagan Jackson. 0 for 2 so far here on the night. As that one's going to be popped up right field. And Megan Luce couldn't see it out there. The sun was in her eyes. Unfortunately, she don't have any sunglasses, and that didn't work out to her advantage that time. So that's going to be a 2-out single here for Jackson. Hopefully that doesn't spark some new life here for the Broncos here in the top half of the 5th inning. And so now, one of the assistant coaches here for Wapahani will give Megan some sunglasses. And of course, now that he does that, the sun goes back into the clouds. Oh. Okay, so we're going to have the catcher, number 30, Miley Womack, now at the plate. Again, 2 away here in the inning. Womack, 1 for 2 on the night, grounded out to the third baseman in the first inning, and then had a RBI, or not an RBI, but a double. And that's going to be off the glove right there. And so now the Broncos are off and going. Now with the runners on the corners.
Courtesy runner number 27, Olivia Wilkerson.
So Womack at first. Jackson
Coming up to the plate,
now at third there after the year.
Shahami.
And we'll have the second baseman, number 18, Zoe Shahemi, at the plate. And that is a ball, 1-0. Koger with a pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 1. Again, Shahemi here on the night. Flew out to the right fielder in the second inning and then struck out swinging in the fourth. The pitch again. That's going to sail high. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Popped up there, center field. Zoe Swallow there, and that's going to do it here for the top half of the 5th inning.
Number 18, Zoe Swallow in center field.
And so the Broncos get no runs on 1 hit, also an error. And 2 runners will be left stranded on base. We'll head to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Again, your Raiders lead the Broncos 7-4 here after 4.5. We'll be back with more right after these messages. All right, folks, welcome back here. Already had 1 pitcher in the at-bat. It's 1-0 the count here on the number 9 hitter, Tatum Dudley. She will line that one there into right center field, and that's going to be a leadoff single here for Tatum Dudley.
Number 4,
Another great piece of hitting.
Now coming up to the plate.
First hit of the day there for Tatum.
With number 20, Matt Rhodes.
And so back to the top of the order now. And that's going to bring up the second baseman, number 20, Matty Rhodes. 3 for 3 days so far, a pair of doubles, also an inside the park homer there into the fourth. And that will catch the inside corner. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 pitch. Now it's going to miss low for a ball, 1-1. Again, Tatum, Dudley, they're decent speed over there at first base. Not too bad. Popped up. Shallow right field. Just, oh my goodness, just out of reach there of the second baseman, but they will get the force out there at second base. So one down here in the inning. So that was technically an 8-6 put out right there for out number 1. Here's the pitch to Zoe Koger. The throw down to second will not be in time. So Maddie in there with a stolen base. So 1 ball and 1 strike there after the wild pitch. Advances Rhodes, down to third base. Here's the 1-1 offering. Swung on and missed there for a strike. She could have waited back just a touch longer. That ball would have been kissed right over the left center field fence, I guarantee it. Especially with the wind blowing out a little bit, you better believe that one. Here's the 1-2. Bunted right down the first base line. Well placed. Oh, yes. So Koger will reach base on an infield single. Rhodes had to stay put at third. But that's now the 10th hit of the ball game here for Wapahani.
Up to bat, number 22, Bailey Richardson.
So Bailey Richardson now at home plate here for Wapahani. Looking to continue her hot start here to the ball game. 0-1 the count. In there as Koger takes second base. 2 for 2 so far here for Bailey Richardson. Pair of runs scored, an RBI double, also a walk. Ground ball here to third base side. That's going to get foul. Now 0-2. So again, got to protect here with 2 strikes. Got a couple out there in scoring position. Rhodes at third, Koger at second. Simmons with a pitch. Now it's going to miss low and away there for a ball. And the 1-2 offering to Richardson. That's going to be a high fly ball there left center field. That's going to be enough to get the run on home. And so that will advance both runners right there. Sacrifice fly puts the Raiders on top now 8-4. Now with 2 outs here in the inning. And that's going to bring up the left fielder, Abby Cross.
9-4 now. Yeah, we scored. She ran in. We scored.
Okay, so out of nowhere, we end up scoring another run.
Up at the plate, number 3.
So did they throw the ball away?
No, we still don't.
Oh, we went ahead and stole home. All right. Hey, well, I'll take it. I wasn't paying attention. I was trying to write down the score as far as how to tally that in the scorebook, as that's popped up there in the infield, and that's going to do it. Well, all right, 9-4 here at the end of 5 innings. Oh, heck yes, the Raiders on top. We'll step aside. We're back here with the 6th inning of play. You're on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. All right, welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get this top half of the 6th inning underway here with the designated player 00 Liberty Clevenger. So again, 9-4 Wapahani. Again, we scored 2 runs there in that bottom half of the 5th inning. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left. Tell you what, I mean, to see what we've been able to put together offensively here, very welcoming to see, no doubt about that. We've scored every inning so far. Koger has really settled in after a little bit of a rough first inning, and nice seeing these ladies perform very well so far. Again, still 2 innings to go, but definitely like to, you got to like where you're at right now. Down to third base, Richardson easily collects, throws down to first there for a 5-3 put away there for out number 1. Nice snag right there from Richardson. And so with 1 out here in the inning, that's going to bring to the plate, top the order here, Emily Simons. That's a young lady that Koger has had a very, very tough time of getting out. Simmons has been on base all 3 times here this evening, a double, also a single, a walk, and a run scored. So pretty nice evening here at the office here for Simmons. Popped up, left field line. That's going to be foul and out of play. 1-1 the count. One pitch here from Koger. That's going to miss just a bit outside there for ball 2. That's a good old line there from Bob Euchre in the movie Major League. I'll tell you what, that's a classic. Just a bit outside. Now 2-1. Here's the pitch. And just off the glove there of Emily Luce. So Simmons down at first. Left fielder Ashlyn McMillan now at the plate with 1 on and 1 out. And that's going to get through the left side of the infield. So now runners at first and second, still with only one out here in the inning.
Next up, we have number 13, 23, Callie Pattengale.
And 8 hits now on the night here for Daleville. Back to back right here with Simmons and McMillan. Now getting the first baseman, number 23, Callie Pattengale at the plate. And we'll have a meeting or mound visit here for head coach Jeff Masters. So we'll go ahead and step aside here for a quick break. We'll be back with more following this message. All right, so again, following the mound visit, we got 2 on, 1 out. Ground ball off the glove there of the third baseman, but right into the hands there of Emily Luce, sorry. And that was technically a 5-6-5 force out at third. Not exactly how you draw it up, but that was perfect. Love it. So 2 down now in the inning.
That was so crazy, everybody.
Up at the plate, we have number.
So again, Simmons was out there at third base. So McMillan moves up to second. Pattengale at first. And now we're going to have a intentional walk now of Valen Pattengale.
And now to the plate, we have number
So
16.
Ashlyn McMillan will now move to third base. Pattengale to second. Then Valen Pattengale at first. And that's a high fly ball deep left field, and that is gone for a grand slam. Holy Moses. So end up walking, the bases loaded right there, and then left one right over the heart of the plate, and Kyra Osborne took that out to left center field. So this is this is a whole new ball game now.
Stepping up to the
Wow.
plate, number 7, Reagan Jackson.
So Osborne really helped the team out right there quite a bit. Not only a 1-run ball game. Again, all this happening essentially here with 2 outs. Got a 1-0 count. Now on the third baseman, Reagan Jackson. That one's going to be fouled off now, 1-1. Chopped here to the third base side. That's going to get foul. So now the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, 2 out, nobody on after the grand slam from Kyra Osborne just a few moments ago. So a big-time boost here for the Broncos. And that's going to get over the head there of the third baseman, Richardson, and into left field. So that's going to be another hit here in the top of the 6th inning. A single here from Jackson. Puts her on down at first base, and that's going to bring up the catcher, number 30, Miley Womack.
Next up, we have number 30, Miley Womack.
So 3 hits now, 4 hits here in the inning. 10 hits total here for the Broncos. Fly ball, center field. Swallow gets over there to make the snag there for the final out of the inning. But the Broncos are right back in it, putting up a 4 spot here in the top of the 6th inning after the grand slam by Kyra Osborne. 9-8 Wapahani as we head to the home half of the 6th here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. Welcome back here. Stoops Automotive Group Buick and GMC Sales and Truck Manager Dale Raines game break. 9-8 Wapahani lead here. 8 runs on 10 hits and 3 errors for Daleville. Wapahani with 9 runs on 10 hits and 2 errors. Heading into the bottom half of the 6th inning, we're going to lead things off here with the catcher 00 Briley Kahali-Como. As that one will be fouled back and out of play. 0-1 here on Briley. So far, 0 for 2 here on the evening. Drew a walk and stolen base there in the first inning. And then last 2 plate appearances have struck out looking both times there in the 3rd and 4th inning. Ground ball. That's going to get through the middle part of the infield right by the shortstop. So that is how you get this inning started right here. Nicely done there by Briley Kahali-Como. So she's on down at first with nobody out. And that's going to bring up the center fielder, number 18, Zoe Swallow. Zoe is 1 for 3 here on the night. Had a RBI single back in the 4th inning. So a great opportunity right here for Wapahani. Again, Kahali-Como with great speed out there at first. Popped up, third base side. Oh, the third baseman lays out for it. Of course, you didn't see that. But that was a heck of a nice catch there by the third baseman, Reagan Jackson. Full extension layout right there. Gets the catch, or makes the catch right there for out number 1. So a foul out there by Zoe Swallow.
We have number 2, Emily Luce.
For out number 1, we'll bring up the shortstop, number 2, Emily Luce. Here's the pitch from Simmons. It's going to sail high. The throw down to second will not be in time. And Kahali-Como is going to go ahead and make her way on to third base. As the ball kind of snuck by just a little bit. So 1-0 the count.
Get her in. We need that round.
Here's the pitch. Bunted foul there now evens the count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So we're going to rule that a stolen base, then an error on the throw there by the catcher that allowed her to reach third base right there. So that's now the 4th error of the game here for Daleville. That one's going to be fouled right back at us, now 1-2.
Nice catch right there. Try.
One ball, 2 strikes, 1 on and 1 out. The pitch here to Emily Luce. That's going to be well outside here for ball 2. So Deuce is wild here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Megan Luce to follow. And then Tatum Dudley. The pitch from Simmons. Gets her swinging for strike 3. So now with 2 down here in the inning, that was a very, very big out there for Simmons. We have the right fielder, number 7, Megan Luce, at the plate.
Number 7, Megan Luce.
So again, essentially, Wapahani again started out with a pretty good opportunity right here. I mean, you still have a good chance, but we need a hit. And unfortunately, Megan Luce will not be able to provide that this time around, as that will be a pop out there to the shortstop to end the bottom half of the 6th inning. So the Raiders, again, a leadoff single there from Briley Kahali-Como. Nothing to show for here. No runs on a hit, also an error, and 1 runner left on base. We will head now to the top of the 7th inning. Wapahani 9, Daleville 8, here on the home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. All right, folks, welcome back here again. Top half the seventh inning here from beautiful Raider Field here in Selma, Indiana. As we head to the top of the seventh, again, Daleville only down by 1 after putting up 4 runs there in the top half of the sixth inning, 9-8 game. And we're going to lead things off here with the number 9 hitter in the order, and that is Shahemi. She will serve that one there in the right center field, and that's going to be a leadoff single to start the top of the seventh inning.
That was number 18, Zoe Shahemi.
So now we've got the designated player 00, Liberty Clevenger. Clevenger here on the night. She is 0 for 3, grounded out there to the shortstop in the second inning, grounded out to the second baseman in the fourth, and then grounded out to the third baseman in the sixth. So now she's only got to ground out to the first baseman. She would have covered the whole infield. And that one's going to be fouled back. Nothing in, 1 the count here on Clevenger. Again, extremely important right here, obviously, for Wapahani to find an out. You can't allow, Daleville to get in scoring position. The throw to second will be in time. It was in the dirt. But luckily, Emily right there to tag second base for out number 1. So that was a 1-6 force out.
Coming up to the plate, we're at the top of the batting order. We're number 5, Emily Simmons.
So Shahemi down at is out there at second base. So Clevenger now at first, and the top of the order here with the pitcher, number 5, Emily Simmons at the plate. So break pause in the action right here. We do have a courtesy runner down at first base. So that's why it's taking a little bit longer right here. Home plate umpire had to make that lineup adjustment there. Or scorecard adjustment, rather. Here's the pitch. That's outside there for ball 1-0. Again, Simmons has been quite the thorn in the side here of Koger. She has reached base all 4 times here this evening. Popped up third base side, and that's going to be found out of play, 1-1. So again, doubled in the first, walked in the second, singled in the fourth, and then singled in the sixth. Count here, 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 on. The pitch down the third base line, just foul again, slapping that one the other way. So, in all honesty, right here, if you're Koger, you're seeing what Simmons does. I'm coming inside on her. Not going to get her hands extended. That's going to be off the glove there of Kahali Como, so that's going to be a pass ball that allows her to advance to second. The 2-2 pitch, ground ball here to the second base side. That's going to get through. The throw on home will not be in time, and that's going to tie things up. So what a game here for Emily Simmons.
Up to bat, we have number 17, Ashlyn McMillan.
So the left fielder, Ashlyn McMillan, now at the plate. Going to run her at second base. Pop up first base side, and Dudley will not be able to get over there in time to make the catch. Koger here with a pitch. And in there for a called strike 2. So nothing into the count here on McMillan. Callie Pattengale waiting on deck. Ground ball. That's going to get by the third baseman in the left field. Another run will come on home to score. And then she will go ahead and take second base. Just trading places again. So Callie Pattengale now to plate here for the Lady Broncos. So again, Wapahani had a 9-4 lead going into the 6th inning. And 6 runs have come on home to score here for the Broncos, the last inning and a third. Like I said, now they have claimed a 10-9 lead. Not a very good place to be in right here, logically. Ground ball, it's going to be foul. So the count here at 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Pattengale. Getting McMillan at second after the RBI double that scored Simmons. That pitch will just miss inside for ball 2. Richardson collects, throws on first. 5-3 put away there for out number 2. It does move the runner up now to third base.
Up to bat is number 14, Valen Pattengale.
So McMillan moves to third, and that's going to bring up the shortstop, number 14, Valen Pattengale. And she will be intentionally walked. So ironically enough, okay, we're going to have another intentional walk here of Osborne. And so Pattengale, she's technically had, 5 plate appearances, 3 intentional walks. The other 2 times when she wasn't, she lined out to the shortstop and then lined out to the left fielder and then popped it up to the shortstop. So she's 0 for 2. And all 3 times she's been walked, it came back to haunt them. Or I guess the other 2 times that she's been walked, it's kind of come back to haunt them. So we'll see what happens here. 0-1 the count. Here on the third base, number 7, Reagan Jackson. So again, McMillan at third, Pattengale at second, and Kyra Osborne at first. Nowhere to put him at. Here's the 0-1. That will miss low and away. That's going to miss just inside there for ball 2. So 2-1 the count. Koger walks back the pitch. That's going to be fouled down the third base line. So an even count now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 out. Jackson steps back in there. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And that's going to be lined down the first base line, foul. So I'm going to do it again here at 2-2. Big at bat right here for Koger. Again, 2 runs have already came on home to score here for the Broncos. The 2-2 pitch. Line back at us. And the count will stay put. Koger back on the rubber. Here's the 2-2. Popped up, and Emily Luce right there to make the catch for the third and final out of the inning. But Daleville able to put 2 runs up on the board here in this top half of the 7th inning. Here's they get 2 runs here on 3 hits, and also no errors and 3 runners left on. We will head now To the bottom half of the seventh. Daleville 10, Wapahani 9 here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. Welcome back here. Bottom half the seventh inning here, ladies and gentlemen. Wapahani now down 10-9. Really got to get it together right here. Again, we have scored every inning except for the bottom half of the sixth inning. And so we're going to lead things off here with the first baseman, number 4, Tatum Dudley. 1-0 the count. Simmons with a pitch. That's going to miss outside for ball 2. And following Dudley, we'll be right back to the top of the order here with Matty Rhodes. A 2-0 pitch in there for a called strike. Simmons will rock back. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be low for ball 3. Three-one pitch from Simmons. That's going to be outside for ball 4. So a leadoff walk here to Tatum Dudley. And we'll head to the top of the order here with the second baseman, number 20, Matty Rhodes. Rhodes has been on a tear. 3 for 4 so far here on the night. 3 runs scored. A pair of doubles inside a park home run. And that's in there for a called strike. 0-1 to start things off here on Matty. Simmons gets her signs. Here from Womack. Here's the pitch. That's going to miss low and away there for a ball. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, Dudley down at first. Simmons here with the 1-1 offering. Ground ball here to the second base side. Tosses on to second, and that's all they're going to get. So a 4-6 force out for out number 1. So Rhodes now down at first, 1 away, and the pitcher, number 1, Zoe Koger, at the plate. So you got to believe Rhodes will be off and running right here. The pitch in there for a called strike, 0-1, as Rhodes will steal second rather easily. The 0-1 here from Simmons. That's high and inside for a ball. Good, just got to find a way to get a base hit right here. More than likely, if that happens, Wapahani should be able to hopefully tie it up. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be lined there in the left center field. That's going to get by the center fielder. Rhodes will make her way on home. Koger around second, heading to third. And she will be in there safely. That is going to be an RBI triple for Zoe Koger, as the Raiders have now tied it at 10. Oh, heck yes. Fine piece of hitting there from Koger. Again, Rhodes was easily able to score. And so Wapahani with a great opportunity to cash in right here and come away with a W. as we'll have a mound visit here with Bailey Richardson here at the plate for Wapahani. I would imagine that they will probably try to intentionally walk her. And then I would probably say that they will intentionally walk Abby Cross as well. But again, we'll see if that ends up happening or come to fruition or not. But at least that would be my guess, because then that puts a force out at any base. More, obviously more importantly at home there if you're Daleville. But we'll see what they end up going with right here. But Richardson has been a very hot bat, and that looks like that will indeed be the case. So Richardson will make her way to first base. And we'll see if they end up potentially walking Abby Cross or not. And that also will indeed be the case. And so that's going to bring up the catcher, 0, Briley Kahali-Como.
Okay, coming up to bat, we have 0, catcher, Briley Kahali-Como.
I got to be honest with you right here. I would not be surprised one bit if she tries to put the bunt down right here. I would not be surprised one bit. Koger's got some good speed down there at third base. Of course, Kahali-Como, she can hit baseball or hit softball there as well. She singled her last at bat. So we'll see what happens here. Here's the pitch to Kahali-Como. Ground ball, shortstop, and there's going to be no throw, and the Raiders are going to win it. Your final score here, 11-9, as the shortstop tags out Richardson there at in between second and third. And your Raiders come out victorious here at the end of the night. 11-10 is your final score here in this one. Make sure to stick around here with us. We'll have our Raiders Live postgame show coming up here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network.
Hi, I'm Austin Rich with Next Home Elite Real Estate. Our company's mantra has been and will always be humans over houses. For the last several years, we have been able to help people follow our mission statement, which is enriching lives by helping people find their next home. Next Home Elite Real Estate has premier real estate agents ready to assist you with commercial properties, new construction, residential homes, or investment properties, no matter if you are looking to purchase or to sell. We are skilled negotiators, tenacious marketers, and fearless advocates for our clients. We want them to feel the passion we have for what we do and the professionalism we exemplify while we do it. Our clients depend on us to have grit and determination when we represent them. We roll up our sleeves and get to work. Every interaction, every time.
Hi, I'm Tara.
Hi, I'm Michelle.
Hi, I'm Kathy.
Hi, I'm Seth.
Hi, I'm Lindsay.
Hi, I'm Courtney.
We stand for doing the right thing, even when it's not convenient. We deliver integrity in all we do through our uncompromising ethical principles and values. Our clients count on us not to only help them buy or sell their home, but to make sure the process is infused with joy. We strive to bring a smile to their faces as they enter the next phase of their lives. Call Next Home Elite Real Estate today. We are here to help you.
Set it, and Rich will put it down with some authority. A deep three from Andrews. Oh, make it rain, baby! Yes! Drives left, kicks it to the corner, to the left wing. The corner, or the wing three is up and good. Zoe Swallow dials it up from long range. Payoff pitch here from Turner. And that's going to be a fly ball center field. That's going to get out here if you lose. Here's the pitch. Ground ball. That's going to get through the left side of the infield. And that's going to score another run. And that's going to be an RBI single. All right, folks, welcome back here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network, here on YouTube.com. Again, here with our Stoops Automotive Group Buick and GMC Sales and Truck Manager Dale Raines. Game break here as we have our post-game report, again presented by, Stoops Automotive Group Buick and GMC dealership. Again, a 11-10 final score. And good win here for Wapahani tonight. The offense going and clicking on all cylinders. Had a tough break right there in that sixth inning. End up allowing that grand slam right there to Kyra Osborne, and that really kind of changed the whole entire landscape of the ball game right there. The Raiders were definitely in the driver's seat, had a 9-4 lead at the time, and then obviously the 2 runs there by Daleville there in the top of the 7th put them on top. But hey, the Raiders didn't quit. They kept on grinding and got the W. And that's one thing about this team. We've seen earlier on here in this season, they keep fighting till the very last out, and that was a good win for us. Daleville was undefeated coming into the ball game. They were at 3-0, 1-0 in the conference. So a great conference win here tonight for Wapahani, and just a great win overall. And they got another big road game tomorrow night at Eastern Hancock, and then they'll be at home here Friday night against Newcastle, and then they also play Saturday in one game against Alexandria. So they have a very busy, another 3 days here, and hopefully we'll continue to put it all together and hopefully get 3 more victories throughout the rest of the week right here. But final line score here for both sides here this evening. First for the visiting team, the Daleville Broncos. They collected 10 runs on 13 hits, 4 errors, and 9 left on base. Wapahani with 11 runs on 12 hits, also 2 errors, and 8 runners left on base. Your winning pitcher here tonight, Zoe Koger. Again, went all 7 innings, allowed 8 runs, 10 runs, but 8 of those earned. Gave up 13 hits, also had 3 walks and 2 strikeouts here this evening. So kept the team in the ball game right there, gave them a chance to win it, and was able to come home victorious here this evening. Like I said, now to move to 5-2 and 2-0 in the MEC Conference. So congratulations there to your Wapahani Lady Raiders. Again, you'll be seeing us again on Friday night with the Wapahani boys baseball team. We'll be taking on the Alexandria Tigers. That'll be a 5 p.m. start time. We've got a very, very busy evening on Friday evening. And a lot going on, in which it's going to be a great night. I'll tell you that much. Where they are renaming Raider Field Coach Brian J. Dudley Field, which is definitely well deserved. Head coach Brian Dudley retired after last season, and so the Raiders are now under first-year head coach Heath Dudley. And so we broadcasted their first game of the season about 3 weeks ago. That was against Richmond, and we haven't broadcasted a game since because we haven't had any more home games for the baseball team or the softball team, and so this was our second broadcast of the spring, and unfortunately we couldn't do it live, but nonetheless they're going to be renaming Raider Field Coach Brian J. Dudley Field on Friday night. They're also going to be recognizing the 2004 state runner-up baseball team and the 2014 state championship team. Again, the 20-year anniversary and then the 10-year anniversary of both of those teams. So should be a great night. We hope you guys come on out there to Raider Field, but if you can't, you can catch it live right here on the WHS network. Again, there from beautiful Coach Brian J. Dudley Field on Friday night. Again, we want to thank you guys for tuning in. 11-10, your final score here tonight. Wapahani now 5-2 and 2-0 in the MEC Conference. Until Friday night, I'm Brandon Morvillius alongside cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy, saying good night from Raider Field.